Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Grind video. Today we are jumping right into the action, as I've done the tech rave review on this already and I don't want to repeat myself, and well, pretty much I'm lazy. But anyways, if you want to see that, you can go and check out the previous review on this, which probably should be called the Waffentrager E100 review. Is it worth the grind? But anyways, as I said, we're right into the action and playing my usual stuff here. Runeberg, not encounter, but a lot of enemies go to the middle, so we're gonna try to take the first shot here. Didn't really aim it fully, as I didn't want to get shot by the enemy Grille, and we fuck our first shot up. But before we get into too much action, let's get through the stats real quick. So 1800 health, 390 meter view range, top speed limit forward 60, backwards 20, power to weight 22.67. Tank traverse 24, and turret traverse is, first of all, the range is only 100 degrees, so 50 each direction, and the turret traverse is 20 degrees. When it comes to the gun, 2727 DPM, 750 damage per shot, 279 penetration, with rate of fire, well, no, I guess that's irrelevant, but aiming time 1.5 seconds and accuracy 0.27. So pretty much the best accuracy and aiming time in the game. So first of all, is this tank better than the Waffle E100 was? Well, in my opinion, it isn't. The Waffle had a ridiculous potential to just do so much damage every game. Well, not every game. The Waffle was really situational, but it had those games where it could do like up to like 9, 10, 12k damage, like without, well, can't say without too much trouble, but it had that potential. This tank, from the other hand, it still has that potential. It's way smaller, the chance to do that much, but it still has that potential to have those sick games. But on average, I think this tank is slightly worse than the Waffle E100 was. So yeah, in that way, it is a bit of a downgrade. That shot was so naughty. That Grille is getting shit on by me. So yeah, in that regard, it's a downgrade, but the good news is that this tank is so much more fun to play. First of all, it goes forward 60, which is a huge deal compared to the Waffle E100. Your armor is absolute paper still. Actually not as bad against HE as the Waffle E100 was. As you can see, the gun shield is so much smaller than it was on the Waffle that you don't really get too fucked with HE. Sure, sometimes people pen and the hull armor isn't that great anyways, but a lot of the times you'll find that people will struggle to pen this with, well, not struggle, but they might not pen you with HE, while with the Waffle, pretty much everything that shot you with HE would also pen you with HE, so this is definitely better. When it comes to the playstyle, this tank is pure support, nothing really to say about it. No armor, big gun, medium-ish reload. You don't really want to take any hits in this. Only 1800 health for tier 10 TD is also really low. So you want to be supporting, you want to shoot people that have already fired their guns, are waiting well, that are reloading and not ready to shoot, like this guy for instance, and you just pick up the kills and clean the house. And if you play this tank like that, it can produce pretty good results. The sad part is that requires teammates that don't have sawdust in their brain, which is not all that common in World Tanks here. I probably should have tried to go for his hull, but I opted for the top of the turret, which didn't really work out for me very well. So we are losing this now 6-8, and they are pretty much in our cap circle. And that T32, I'm sorry, is more annoying than you could imagine. Well, you should imagine a tier 8 tank being annoying in this matchmaking, but he fires again at the IS-3, so we're gonna cross this so we can get better positions and better engagements here if possible. The 1375 is chilling in the open, so we're gonna make sure that he doesn't do that for all too long. And now we know that Centurion is there. Somebody is capping, probably the 1390, and the Batchet is to our right, which is a pretty bad setup for us. And also the Yak Panther 2 shot there was quite unfortunate for me, as it puts my health down to a dangerously low level. Could have gone for the Batchet here, but I feel that I need to reset this cap so we don't just flat out lose to the cap, and the Centurion seems to be the target of choice here for us. And you could see this one thing coming, the Batchet going out for us after we both fire, but luckily for me he switches targets and don't focus me here, which would definitely be the correct play to do. And one thing you probably have noticed already if you have played the previous tanks in this line with the turb gun is the shell velocity of this gun is definitely better. That guy fired before I did, but I still got the kill. I'm not sure if he actually landed his shot before mine landed, or maybe he just bounced. I don't know. But the shell velocity of this gun is no joke for sure. And if you want to know, the actual value is 1350 meters per second, which is pretty ridiculous for a tier 10 TD. It's pretty much the best out there. I don't think anything really comes close. It's ABCR. It's closer to ABCR shell velocity than the other tier 10 TD AP shell velocity. So pick up another kill here with the 1390 and only 2 tanks remaining. We are on 7 kills already, and at this point, I mean, there's no way we really lose this game anymore, so I can just go in and be sure that we win and just go for the cleanup, and that's exactly what happens here. Really, really good tank for a cleanup, especially when you're dealing with lower tier tanks like that you don't really have to aim at, and they're 2 shots to begin with, so often you're just gonna find them on like this amount of health that is like really comfortable 1 shot for you, and there we go, we picked them both up, and that's a GG. So yeah, here's the end plate. Ace Tanker, 1812 experience without the double. That's a red lace, high caliber, and the top gun. 7,135 damage, down 363 assisted, and as you saw, we picked up 9 kills in the end there. And before I'm completely done with this, the equipment I would recommend that I'm using on this is rammer, coated optics, and gun length drive. The gun length drive is kind of questionable as the aiming time is 1.5 seconds, but this tank cannot mount vert stab, it cannot mount vents, and the rest of the equipment pieces are passive, so I don't really care about the camo net too much, but camo net probably would be the other choice on this thing if you don't put the gun length drive on. But either way, whatever suits your boat, do whatever you want. So the verdict on the Grille 15, is it worth the grind? Well, I mean, I guess from all the TD lines, this is probably the best TD now, like a passive TD in the game. I would still like play E4 over this any time of the day, because that tank actually has a capability of carrying and winning games. This tank relies on the team way too much. It is fast and so on, but it has no armor, it has no capability to really push a flank. It can only respond to enemy actions or support your own team's actions, but that requires teammates, as I said, that have something more than sawdust in their head, which is not that common in this game. So overall, the tier 10, I mean, it's alright. Tier for tier though, the tier 8 is probably still better. But this tank is definitely more fitting to the line and better for the game, as you don't have the fucking waffles just shitting on people from the corner of the map with a pinpoint accuracy, laser, autoloader, 3k damage potential gun. So it's definitely an improvement of life in World of Tanks, but would I highly recommend to grind it? Not really, but it's not too bad, so there you go. That's my verdict. Pretty indecisive, isn't it? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you on the next one.